Welcome to Shona Customs and Traditions. Today we are going to explore a very exciting totem, Soko. Soko, which means monkey, is one of the most well-known totems in Shona culture. So over time, the Soko totem has grown into different groups, each with its own special history and special name. So these groups are like different branches of the same big family. But today we want to find out if they share the same connection to the monkey. Let's find out. Praise poem for Soko Murewa. Maita Soko, maita Murewa, zvaitwa matarira. Soko yangu iyi, maita marova hombe, mwana webveni. Chirongo changu chichichi, zvaitwa mukanya, zvaitwa tateguru, zvaitwa waguta huzamura, maita zvenyu vari kakoromokwa, vagurususu, vana vagura mwandira, maita varisina mhapa, vachitamba neruwere, vamahobi anenge rihwa, zvaitwa mukuruvara, mushonga namawere, kuziva zvenyu mvurume, maita mwana wapfumo jena, muranga nepfumo, maita vajena, chirongo changu chichichi, vanokufamba kunenge kukavira nyimo, kutizira kuchinge kudyara nzungu, makudzagwara, vanorarama nezvokuba, maita vari mandiya, vari kaporomondo, zvaitwa mwana webveni makumbe, vakakumba zvese netsombori, mukati pahwenya napahowa namatunduru, matamba nehute zvose, vana vanzvere nakanorimona, mhanza ichipenya semheni yemvura yemunhurukwa, maita zvenyu vachibate-bate, pambarize maiti mobviswa, maiti ndofira pano, pamasvosve maita kura chara negumbo, vahuye mukonde, mava pashongwe, mukarara mukono watingini, wakabva mahumwi, kwakarera mukanwa nomunyu, maita mwana wachinamhora, vane bvudzi risingapumwi, vana vamushamba nezhizha, zvaitwa mwana watingini ari mahumwi, anokwira rupara nemeno, tatenda chiringo changu chichi, aiwa zvaonekwa mugagami. The story of the Soko totem. The Soko totem, which means monkey, is one of the most well-known totems in Shona culture. Over time, the Soko totem has grown into different groups, or what we can call sects, each with its own special name and with its own special history. So these different sects are like different branches of the same big family, but they all share the same connection to the monkey. Mambiri and Chakai are important people in the story of the Soko totem. So the relationship is like this. Mambiri started the Soko totem, and Chakai is part of the Soko family who follows and spreads Mambiri's wisdom. So both of them are connected by the same totem and the same teachings. So let's go back to where it all began. So one of the first leaders of the Shona people was a wise man named Mambiri. He wanted to make sure his people lived in peace and followed good rules. So he came up with a clever idea. He chose the Soko totem. So as we know, I'm sure most of us we already know that the Soko totem is a totem with a special symbol or animal called the Mangi or Soko or baboon. So we want to look at why Mambiri chose the Soko totem. Mambiri picked the Soko totem for two many reasons. The first reason was he wanted to stop people from marrying close family. So as the Shona community grew, Mambiri noticed that people might accidentally marry their relatives. He knew this could cause problems in families. So he said that anyone with the same totem like the Soko could not marry each other. This way, families stayed strong and people married outside their close relatives. And the other reason was to give people an identity. The Soko totem gave people a sense of belonging. Those in the Soko group were known for being smart, for being curious and funny, just like monkeys. They were also seen as problem solvers and good at helping others. So now I'm now moving on to tell you the story of the Soko totem. The story of the Soko totem, the clever ancestor. Chakai is one of the people from the Soko totem. In the Soko totem stories, Chakai is seen as someone who helps carry on Mambiri's ideas and values. The name Chakai means search or seek, and it reminds the Soko clan to always be curious, smart, and problem solvers, just like monkeys. So, in the old days, in the village where Chakai lived, the village depended on the forest for food and water, and they hunted animals, gathered fruit, and fished in the rivers. One of the clan's ancestors we are looking at was Chakai. He was a brave and smart young man who loved exploring the forest. So Chakai admired how monkeys swung from tree to tree, using their cleverness to find food and to avoid danger. So one day, Chakai saw a group of monkeys working together to pull down a large bunch of bananas. They used their long arms and quick movements to reach the fruit and then shared it among themselves. Chakai thought, these monkeys are so clever and good at helping each other. If we work together like them, we can solve many problems. So one year, a drought hit the land. The rivers dried up and the fruit trees stopped producing food. The villagers became worried because their food supplies were running out. Chakai suggested, let us go deeper into the forest. Maybe we can find food and water there. The journey was dangerous because wild animals lived deep in the forest. Chakai led the way, just like the clever monkeys. He told the villagers, stay close to each other and let's work as a team. So they moved carefully through the trees, watching out for danger. After many days, Chakai heard the chattering of monkeys high in the trees. He looked up and saw them drinking water from a spring hidden behind a rocky hill. Chakai and the villagers followed the monkeys and found the spring full of fresh, clean water. They also discovered fruit trees nearby full of ripe, juicy fruits. The villagers were overjoyed and gave thanks to the monkeys for leading them to safety. When they returned to the village, the elders said, Chakai has shown us the wisdom and teamwork of the monkey. From now on, we will be called the Soko clan to honor the cleverness and unity of the monkey. So, as I have explained earlier on, that the Sokoto term, it has different groups. So the next thing we am going to look at is the sect, the different sects of the Sokoto term. So a sect is like a small group within a big family for the Soko totem. So the sects are named after the special qualities, ancestors, or stories connected to them. So I'm going to list some of the most important sects that I know. The first one is Sokomukanya. This is the largest and most well-known sect of the Soko totem. The name Mukanya means the mischievous one or trickster, which fits well with the clever and playful nature of monkeys. People in this sect are known for being creative and good problem solvers. So the second one is Sokomurewa. The Murewa sect is named after a famous ancestor or place where the clan settled. Members of this sect are respected for their wisdom and leadership in their communities. So the praise poem I just gave you earlier on is for Sokomurewa. The other sect is the Sokomuchengeti. The name Muchengeti means caretaker or protector. The sect focuses on looking after others and ensuring everyone is safe and happy, just like monkeys look after their group. The fourth one is Soko Muchairo. Muchairo means sweeper, and this sect is known for clearing away problems and working hard to make life better for everyone. It's like how monkeys clean their nests and surroundings to keep their group healthy. So we just want to move on to what do these sects or these different groups, what do they share? What do they have in common? Even though the different groups have different names and stories, they all come from the same Soko totem. This means that they share the same values, such as teamwork. Just like monkeys, people in the Soko totem believe in working together to solve problems. Cleverness. All Soko sects value intelligence and quick thinking. Unity. They believe in helping their families and communities stay strong and close. So, what does this mean today? Today, the sect of these different groups or sects of the Sokoto term remind people of their roots and family connection. If you meet someone from the Sokomukanya or Sokomurewa sect, you know they are part of the same big monk family. It's a way of celebrating the cleverness, teamwork, and unity that the Sokoto term stands for. Even if the world changes, the Sokoto term and its text remind us to stay curious, help one another, and always stick together, just like monkeys in the wild. The Sokoto term is deeply rooted in Shona oral tradition, symbolizing wisdom, adaptability, and community leadership. The totem's association with the mangi reflects its traits of cleverness, resourcefulness, and unity. So today, those of the Sokomurewa lineage are seen as natural leaders and peacekeepers. Their totem reminds all Shona people of the value of wisdom and strong family bonds. I just want to give you my final thoughts. So the Soko totem, it means mangi, and this totem is one of the oldest and most respected in Shona culture. The mangi is known for being playful, is known for being clever and strong when working together with others. So the story of the Soko totem is more than just a tale from the past. It is a powerful reminder of wisdom of our ancestors and the values they passed down. Through the Soko totem, Mambiri taught the importance of family, respect, and community identity. It also highlights the cleverness, curiosity, and problem solving spirit that defined the Soko clan. So today, the Soko totem continues to connect people to their roots, reminding them of their shared history and the need to live in harmony with others. It is a legacy of unity, morality, and pride that lives on in the hearts of the Shona people. Let us honor the wisdom of Mambiri and the legacy of the Soko totem by embracing the values it stands for: unity, respect, and curiosity. Whether you are a part of the Soko clan or simply inspired by its teachings, carry forward the spirit of community and problem solving in your everyday life. Together, we can keep this rich tradition alive for generations to come. Please subscribe or share this with your friends